heard JV after his last great start essentially say, I'm not going anywhere. I felt like he said, I have a no trade clause and nobody's talked to me right now. There's the tweet. Which teams could be in the mix? He also said the latest on Arenado, which we'll get to in a moment from him. But for JV, names like the Astros, a return there, the Rangers who need starting pitching, there are 10 plus teams that need starters. JV has to approve it, though. He's not going anywhere. Do you think that he will approve a trade to go somewhere right now? I wonder if the Mets are putting a little public pressure on him right now, because you're now on a team that clearly is not a playoff contender this year. And if they agree to a deal and then go to him and he says no, then you're going to piss off the fan base that knows they could have had him. And you're going to try to put it on his reputation that he doesn't want to go to a winner. He wants to chill in New York right now. Do you feel that way at all? Because the fans look at it that way if it's going out there publicly. So give me the player perspective.
I think this is out there from my opinion. I honestly think that maybe there's something that the Mets might get back. Like, I think, honestly, somebody's talking like, we want him. So why not put this out there, maybe get the wheel spinning in his mind a little bit? Like, listen, I know you might not want to go to this team, but there's talks right now about getting you. They've already traded Robertson, as we know. This is a very good pitcher. I don't care how old he is. He's like a fine wine, in my opinion. I think he's dominant still. Mm-hmm. I think Verlander said all the right things, but I think he would go. I think he would, just because as we get older, as baseball players get older, especially Eric, he's really old. But as we get older, we just want to win championships. And I think that's where he's at in his career. The money's great, don't get me wrong, but championships are what you want to do. And right now, the Mets aren't in contention to do that. So why not at least give it a consideration to do it?
Okay, can I do our acting scenario that's become very popular here?
As long as you use your voice and not
someone else's.
And not a AJ voice.
I'll be Billy Epler, okay?
Okay, Billy Epler.
I'll try and just talk normal. Hey, JV, Billy Epler here. We're sitting, hanging out, maybe having a beer after a game. You didn't pitch that game. What's going on? We just traded David Robertson, JV. So it's over. This season's done. If you didn't know already, team's not good enough, okay? And we're building for the future. Now, you have a contract that carries you not just through next year, but there's an option there if you hit your innings, which you're going to hit, that carries you the year after that. I know you said the other day you want to stay here, but we could get a lot for you, and we're feeling like this is the best move for the franchise. Would you be okay with waiving your no-trade clause?
Hang on one sec.
What are you doing? Are you texting your wife?
Kate is.
Put your phone down.
I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm way older than Todd was when he quit playing. So I came here because the Mets are going to win. Maybe not this year. The Mets are going to win the next 2 years because I'm definitely going to get my 140 innings because really the only reason I'm still playing is because I want to be a Hall of Famer. I want to have a slam dunk Hall of Fame candidacy. I'm pretty good at just going out and getting my innings here. So I'm fine not winning this year. We got a shot at winning the next 2 years. I'm still on board with you. And, Billy, you're probably getting fired, so I'm on board with Cohen. So if you really want to trade me, tell him to come and call me.
Okay. Ooh. Here's Cohen. Hey, what's going on? So it's not working out this year. We love you, but now we also just told you that we essentially have a trade in place for you. So you're probably feeling a little mixed about how the organization feels about you, even though you know you're good. Can we give you anything that will convince you to send you back to Houston? It'll be a great story. You'll win the World Series again. You'll be the hero there all over again. Your legacy will go from here up to here.
Kate just responded and said, if we can lock in the
option year.
What, babe? What? Oh, if we can lock in my option year and not make it vesting, I'll go to Houston.
Done. Locking in the vesting option. Mets will pick up a little bit of that money because it's insane, and we move them.
I don't think the championship is as high up as it would be for you.
Okay.
As it would be for nothing against him. He's won a championship.
2, right?
Yeah, with Houston.
He's won 2 with. He won both.
Was he there at first one? I didn't think he was there yet for the first one. Or no.
That year he came over.
It was that year.
So he came over that year. They won.
And then he won last year.
And then he won
That's
last year.
That's right. I forgot because of the.
Remember, and then he was in the World Series way back in the day with Detroit, but he lost.
And he threw the ball away at third base, and that was a debacle. But anyway, you're right. But I don't think that's his 100% motivation. You're going to go to a team that wants to win because you're a winning player, yes. But I think right now it's about his candidacy and solidifying that. Not saying he has to or he doesn't have to. He can still do it, so I think he wants to.
Okay, one more scenario from Fine Sand here. He's been all over the agents and the no trade clauses. He said, spoke with Joel Wolf, who represents Nolan Arenado. He declined to get into specifics about the LA Times report regarding the Cardinals-Dodgers talks, but he did say the idea that Arenado would only waive his no trade clause for the Dodgers was inaccurate.
Meaning that there's more teams he would waive it to, or that he wouldn't waive it? I take that as he would waive it to other teams. The whole only to the Dodgers. I
think it's to other teams. From what I heard, it's to other teams. Does that make sense? Like,
meaning
it's not just the Dodgers.
Right.
If there was another fit, he would consider that as well.
You always have to consider.
But you know what's crazy?
Definitely consider.
He could have opted out of his deal a year ago. He decided to stay with St. Louis.
Yep.
Some people thought he probably could have gotten more.
He could have.
And instead, he stays with the ball club that now he's willing to leave because he doesn't have to leave.
He just wants to win. I think he wants to win. I see a fire and hunger in him that is different than a pitcher's fire and hunger. It's completely different. The guy plays once every 5 days. Arenado's out there. When he's like a baseball nerd, he wants to be on a championship team. And if the Cardinals are saying, we're good, probably not. He's probably totally fine with going somewhere else. I don't think he doesn't answer the question going to the Dodgers.
It doesn't have to be LA. I know. We know he's always wanted to be back in California, but he would go somewhere else too.
To win?
To win, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely. If the Cardinals approach him and say, look, we're getting rid of Gorman, we're getting rid of, we're even listening to Goldie, we're getting rid of 2 of our pitchers. These guys are there for X amount of years. I don't know how many more years Arenado has. They're not looking at it as a 1-year thing. They're looking at it as a 2, 4, 5-year commitment. And if the Cardinals don't have any starting pitching, he could be like, man, I'd love to bat against the Cardinals rotation.
Without a doubt.
And if we're not gonna put a team out there, I can't just keep squandering my time away. Not that the Cardinals can't win. I think he could see the writing on the wall. You see more inner workings during the season than we do as fans.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.